Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Planet Zoo. We are starting a new zoo today. It's a whole new kind of project for me. This is going to be Pine Valley Zoo. And this is going to be quite a different style of zoo and of recording as well. So I'm going to do this live basically. For reasons, one, I just want to try something different, but also I've had a lot of people comment that they, asking me why I don't do the speed build videos where people can actually see the process of building happening. And I won't go into details as to why I don't do that. I've explained before, but it's just not a style that I particularly like doing. So I thought I'd try and do a live build series. So essentially you're going to hear my voice a lot basically, because there's going to be building going on, but obviously it's not always going to be the most speedy thing or the most interesting to look at probably. So I will just waffle on and talk about what I'm doing and other things going on in my life and whatever. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It may be a complete disaster. I may do half a dozen episodes and then nobody watches them and I'll stop. But hopefully not. Hopefully I can create some good stuff and get some good input from you guys. And we'll just see where the wind takes us, basically. So what have I done? This is a prefabricated landscape. So this is one of the options in the game now, is to generate a hilly landscape. So that's what I've done, and this turned out really nicely. I haven't done anything to this and it's absolutely fantastic. So you've got these lovely valleys through the hills here. You've got bits like this where you can fill it up and make a lake. Sort of little hills, volcano-y type areas, little plateaus, some quite sort of sharp hills and things, and there's lots of options here. So what I'm gonna do is a big entrance here leading down into this valley. So I'm picturing like a curved entrance here. What I also want to do though is incorporate a train. So in the transport rides here we have this steam train, and I've never done one of these, but I love the idea of having one of these going around the zoo. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and incorporate that on top of the entrance, I think is the rough plan. So this zoo is going to be very I think very wooden, very sort of nature based. But at the same time, it's going to have some modern stuff in it as well. So I don't know. We'll have to see what sort of theming I go with. Lots of pine trees. That's the idea, is that it's in a pine valley, hence the name, of course. So yeah, lots of trees, lots of greenery, and I don't know. We'll just see how it goes. I just want to be creative, just try some new stuff. I really want to play around with the terrain and terraforming, landscaping, whatever you want to call it, because I've never really done it much. I really struggle with it. I'm not very good at it, and I want to try harder. I also want a big height variation in my pathing. I want lots more sloped paths, steps, bridges, tunnels, all sorts of things like that. So I can picture things as you go down here, have a pathway along the bottom and then have bridges over the top, and obviously habitats as well, sort of incorporated into the hillsides and things. I really don't know. I just want to be creative, just do some new stuff, just try and do stuff that I haven't done before. So that's my plan. We'll see if it works and what I can come up with. I guess I should just get on and do a bit of building. So what I want is the entrance. I want it to sort of block the view of a lot of this until you really get in there. And then I think what I want to do actually is have a raised entrance with some steps going up. Yeah, I think that would look good. And then what I can do is make it so as you're walking along here you can't see anything, and then you go up the steps and then it's open and then you see the park beyond. I think that would look really cool. So I guess if I want to do that, I need to start off with some pathways. What do I want? I quite like these log ones, but then this is a main entrance, so maybe something a bit smarter for the main entrance. How about one of these. They're basically the same, aren't they? Nice and wide, without a doubt. That needs to be nice and wide. And then maybe if I, let's have a look. If I bring it, let's get the angle snap on. Let's keep it. Yeah, because I wanted it curved, but actually it might not need to be curved. Let's have a look. Yeah, see, that could work quite well as you walk along here, and then you come up the steps, and then boom, there's your view. That could look pretty good, I think. And let's keep it going. Maybe I could curve it at the ends. Not sure. I'm not sure how. Oh, actually, yeah, it's kind of asking to be curved at this end, isn't it? Something like that. Really don't know how I'm going to do the building as a curve, but we shall see. Tell you what, I could kind of duplicate that on this side as well, and then I could actually have some steps. Ah, ramp access, yeah. So that's another thing. I'm not sure how realistic I want the park to be. See, that is not a good ramp for ramp access, actually, is it? So let's get rid of that. I like the idea, but maybe... yeah, maybe I will do a ramp access at that end. But first, let's get the steps in. So what I'm thinking is... yeah, so that's the straight bit. So if I can get steps, it's not. No, hang on. I always find this really tricky to do. Getting these steps in. Oh, look at that! It's going to make me a slope already. Right. What I need to do is, you can do this, can't you? You can change the elevated height so that you can. There we go. You can put little steps in. Very hard to make them go straight though, unfortunately. Hang on, have I still got... yeah, I've got the angle snap on. Is that straight? Oh, why didn't it do that last bit? That's really annoying. Okay, we're getting there, we're getting there. Oh man, does it reset it? No. Maybe if I put that down to 1 metre. Here we go. Oh, it's tricky that. Ah, it's not going to let me do it, is it? No, that looks absolutely shocking. I'll get there. I will get there. No, that just looks awful. Okay, hang on. Let's rethink this. What do I need? How's the best way of doing this? You're probably already screaming at the screen going, oh, don't do it like that. That's not going to work. See, I hate that. Just there, automatically puts it on an angle. Come on, be straight. Oh, it's just that last bit. Is that the end of the world? No, I don't think that's the end of the world. I think I can get away with that. Now what I need is how close can I get that? That's not got to be very close, really, is it? No, I don't want you to match up to that. There we go. Okay, that's all right. That's, and then what? One more. No, don't build it on the wonk. Come on, nice and straight. Let's keep it. No, hang on. Let's space that out. No, if that's, I'm not going to get another 2 in, am I? I don't think. Although I could do angled ones. Yes, but let's try and keep the gap roughly the same. I think between the sets of stairs. Okay. Yeah, I can work with that. Now, is it going to work if I do it at an angle? Not when you do that, it's not. We'll get there. There we go. Okay, that's going to work. That'll look good. If I can get this bit straight. Good. Okay, making progress. Do I want another one out here anywhere? I could probably fit one more set of steps in, couldn't I? Of course it goes wrong first time. Typical. Here we go. See, this is all the fun that you don't usually see on my videos, because usually I make all these mistakes off camera and you don't get to see any of it at all. Right, now I have got to connect them up, I guess. There we go. That is decent. Yep, I'm liking that. I like that. Okay, so we have the start of our building. Now, do I want to do a slope entrance as well? I think I probably do. How do I want to do it? I probably want it to be smaller, I would say. Let's reset that. Probably needs to be back down to the 4-meter path, realistically. Yeah, it's going to look a little bit odd like that, but what I'll do is bring this one up. So this is a technique which is pretty cool. So you just put that in, and then when you connect it up, it means you get a nice gentle slope. And then you do it again, and you just get your next one, and you just lower it a bit. And you plonk it down. You've got to get the distances right so that it can still connect. You see, I've done that one just a little bit too far. I think if you just up the length, there we go. Hang on, I want to turn the angle snap off. How does that look? Okay, that's looking good. Let's do another one. About there. Let's bring it round in. Or do I want to do a right angle and do like a zigzag? Actually, that might work better if I do a proper right angle like that and like that. Then I can do the next one just lower down and try and get it relatively close, I think, to this one. Have I made that too low now? Oh, just change the length again. Okay, how close can I make this go? Is it going to work? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I like that. That's a good gentle slope. That's what you want for a like a wheelchair access, essentially, is what I'm trying to create here. So let's go again with the right angle, I think. Like, no, let's not quite go right angle. Let's go at that angle and then that angle. Again, let's create our raised bit. So this is a really handy technique because the in-game slopes, unfortunately, tend to be just too steep. So you really want to try and, if you're trying to do this sort of thing, like a wheelchair access, you really want to keep the slopes as gentle as you can. And this is the only way that I know of managing to get these very gentle slopes. How is that? That looks pretty nice, actually. And then what I will do, let's sort out where the rest of the pathway is. So obviously it's coming from over here. So that needs to be, is that 10? No, that's probably an 8 metre path, I think, there. No, actually, maybe a 7? That's annoying. How am I going to connect this up? What do I think? So I don't really know what I want to do out here. I don't know if I want a high level of realism, so a car park and all that sort of thing. I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to go that far with this zoo. It's not going to be completely realistic. I think I'll have realistic touches here and there, but I'm not going to have too much sort of backstage and behind the scenes stuff, I don't think. Just when it looks good or when it's suitable and when I can be bothered, to be honest. Yeah, so we'll just have to see how that goes, whether I end up really doing that or not. So I guess here what I might do is I really don't know. I might just, for now, I might just get it connected up kind of like, you know, in a really basic way. Because I can just, I can essentially just have this as a big sort of forest, can't I? You know, it's part of the entrance basically, and it'll just be a big, you know, like you're walking through the forest. I guess actually what I might do, let's rejig this. I'll have this bit here because then I can bring this down and connect that in. I think actually, yeah, I can kind of snake that this way and then this way and connect it in. I think that would look nice. But yeah, maybe if I have this main path actually, let's get rid of the angle snap. I don't like that. Kind of going through the forest a bit. Let's mix this up. Actually, it doesn't look good being that wooden texture. I don't like that. Let's get right in here and let's go back to there. That looks good. Yeah, so maybe if I actually bring this on a little bit of a meander through some woodland, might look nice. So you have to kind of come back on yourself, and I can do lots of decorating on this, lots of rock formations, trees, you know, something like that, just to make it a bit interesting. So you have quite a long path to go around before you actually get to the entrance. And obviously, because of the way the game works, people walk along here, they'll come along to here, and they'll just go straight up here and in. But what I might do is get the entrance to the train coming off down here somewhere, so maybe people will come down to this end and up there. But we'll see. I'm not too sure how the train is going to work just yet. Let's get this finished next. So let's get another slope here somewhere. Yeah, how's that? Nice and gentle, still good. We're not too far off getting it onto the ground, are we? Where are we? Let's get another one. See there. Then I can do a right angle, like so. And then, let's see, I might just get one more, or does it need to just go onto the ground now? Possibly. Yeah, do you know what? Let's get it on the ground and see how that slope looks. Let's increase that length. Try and, I think that's a little too steep at the start there, isn't it? Yeah, that's too steep. Okay, that's fine. I can do one more of these just to get it sloping nice and gently, and then I think, let's have a look, how does it look if you do that? Is that too steep? Do you know what? No, that's not too steep at all, I don't think. I think that is pretty decent. Nice. Okay, so we have our path layout. This is good. This is a good start. Okay, so obviously this is going to be a building of some sort, and I also want to have the train on the top of the building. So, well, let's have a think. I need to get the train at the right height, so I'm thinking if I base it on the 4-meter walls. Let's have a think. What sort of walls am I going to use? Now, I don't know if I will use proper in-game walls or if I want to do some custom stuff. I don't really like these log ones. No, not keen on those ones. I just don't think they look very good. What else have we got? We have these wooden ones. That's not too bad if that's painted a better colour. Not that one. I was finding it hard to get a good brown. Ooh, that's not bad. But anyway, I'm just using this as a kind of a guide, really, to try and look at the height that I might want to get the the train up to, basically. So that's cool. So let's go with a quick flat roof as well on top here, just to give me an idea of where the train station should go. I mean, I don't quite know if this is going to work out right, but we shall see. Now, I don't want supports. Oh, is it automatically going to put me supports? I don't want supports. Okay, so what sort of angle am I thinking of here? Do I want it going straight? I think I probably do. Let's just bring it to here so I can get the angle right. Do you know what? That's not bad, actually. Let's just... There we go. Okay, so that's the right angle. And then that's roughly going to be the right height. And yeah, probably between these three would make sense. Although I probably want to make it a longer station as well, actually. So if I bring it right forwards to here, and then maybe if I build backwards and do some more station. So I guess the station needs to be accessed from the other side, would make sense, which is that one, I believe. Okay, let's take it back. Doesn't need to be... Yeah, I think that's probably as long as I can make it, really, before it's going to end up sticking out the side of the building. And then the track... See, I want the track to do the opposite of what this building here does. So the track I actually want to come out... Yeah, through there. That looks good to me. I like that. And then it will disappear over there somewhere. Okay, that looks good. And then at this end, I want it to do the opposite again, so it goes off to this side, kind of mirroring this bit, is my thinking. And it'll tunnel into the cliff side there somewhere if I put on auto tunnel. But we'll get to that at a later date. Okay. So, ooh, wow, okay, interesting. Right, let's just get rid of that now that I've got the height just about where I want it. It's going to be tricky to blend all this in and make it look good, but I do like a challenge. I do like the supports that you get with these as well. They do look pretty good. Ooh, riders without power. Okay, so off camera I'm going to have to go through the settings and sort stuff out, because I've obviously forgotten to tick all the boxes appropriately. But that's fine, I'll do that once I've finished recording the first episode. So yeah, I think this is going to have to be a custom build, really, isn't it? Realistically, I can't really see that I can use any in-game stuff for this, which is fine. I don't mind that. So I've only got about, I'm going to keep these episodes again to about half an hour each. I think that's a good time generally for YouTube videos. So let's just do a little bit more. I've got 4 or 5 minutes left, I think. So I'm thinking this sort of log design for these. Now these squares here I will turn into flower beds. So that's not a problem. They'll get completely hidden. So I don't need to worry too much about what the bottom of this looks like because I'll disguise it all. But essentially, I'm thinking of having, I don't know, some kind of wooden posts like so on these corners. Custom walls, I guess, between them. And then, yeah, whatever I do on this side, I'll probably just copy it over to the other side. So these are going to be enclosed, I think, between these, and then obviously we've got the open staircases. I'm not sure why my graphics are going a bit funky there. No, as I move that around, it's kind of ghosting itself a bit. It's a bit strange. Anyway, right, let's group these together. I've never built anything quite like this before, so you are not only witnessing how I build stuff, but you're also witnessing me doing something for the first time, which is likely to go disastrously wrong because that's just how the game is. That's half the fun though, isn't it? It's half the fun is the process of how you get from A to B. See, actually, I know I said I didn't like this design, this particular one, but actually, it doesn't work too badly with the sort of the look that I'm after. So what I'm thinking is, kind of matching it up so that it's going between these two pillars. Something like this. I can move the pillars a little bit as well. Like I said, I'm going to sort of disguise the base, I think, of this. So it's not going to be. It's not going to be. Yeah, too obvious, I don't think. Can I hide that a little bit? I think that just about works. Yeah, so I can play around. It's the fun of doing custom stuff is that not everything has to line up completely perfectly. You can kind of fudge it a bit. Yeah, you can get away with a lot more, basically, which is cool. Now what I'm thinking is, can I do some sort of window thing as well, or is that going to be too much? Let's just put it in and see what it looks like. That's generally how I do stuff when I'm building. Is you just got to try it, and if it doesn't work, you get rid of it. So is that going to be too enclosed? Do we think, if I end up doing more of that? No, because that's that and that. You've got big open pieces. I have no idea what I'm going to do down the side here. I guess some of the building could end up not being logs because that might look a little bit overbearing if too much of it is logs. But I quite like that. I think. See, under here where you've got these big gaps, I might do quite a lot of rock work. Obviously it's raised up, so it'll kind of look good, I think, if it looks like it's raised up on rocks. We'll see. I mean, it might not look too good, but don't know until you try. Yeah, interesting. I might, yeah, I might copy this idea. I think over here as well. I think the good thing is with these pieces, if you don't entirely like what they look like, you just you keep decorating. You know, you can keep on adding bits to them. Just keep on detailing until you're happy with it. Basically, that is generally my philosophy in this game. Is just keep going until you're happy. Eventually, you'll get there, or you'll discover that it's not going to work, and then you just get rid of it and try again. Try something else. Let's just move. Where are we? Okay, that's good. And let's copy this up as well and do the top bit. And let's just sync that down so we don't get the graphical bug. Excellent. Now, how is the lining up looking over here? Not great. Oh, look at that, that's a mile off. I think that's because, yeah, it's a bit of a wonky bit of staircase going on here. So I just need to play around with that a bit. That's close enough for me. Let's have a look. How can I line that up without it overlapping too much? Okay. Ooh, nasty graphical bug. Come on. Up or down. There we go. And then let's bring this one down to there. See, I could end up doing all of this and then changing my mind and thinking, nope, that looks rubbish. I think it looks alright. It needs edging, so it needs. I think it needs a top and a middle as well, and obviously the bottom will get covered up by however I do the flower border. But yeah, as a start, I don't mind that. It doesn't look too bad. So I'm going to end the episode in just a second, but I'm just going to give you a bit of my idea of what I might do to this, which is I'm thinking, oops, I'm sort of topping it off maybe with something like this. I think that could look pretty good. Not sure if it's actually wide enough to completely cover it up on both sides. No, it's not, so that's fine. I may have to sort of double it up a bit. Let's just get that in and see. Now, it's not quite going to line up over here, is it? No. So I'm going to have to kind of join it in the middle, aren't I, somehow? Let's I don't know, how high did I go with this one? I can't really tell, can I? Okay, yes I can, just about. So oops, let's bring it in, and that needs to be just about there, And height-wise, I think it's more... Okay, let's just... Yeah, this will be the easiest way of doing the height. Let's just bring it into there. Let's just get it to the right height. There we go. And then, yeah, so what I'll have to do is, they need to kind of meet like that, and then I'll have to, I don't know, make them meet a little bit better than that, somehow. Let's just play around and see how it ends up. Now that log is going to have to just go back a little bit more like that. There we go. Well, it's coming together, isn't it? I can put a little thing over there somehow. Get some nice arches, I think, in here, because we've got pieces like this. I don't think that's quite the look I want for this corner, but you get the idea. Something don't know, what do we think? Have I got the angle wrong there? No, not quite. Yeah, that's not quite right, but it's along the lines. But you get what I mean with this. And then the idea is that once I've got all of this in, I can then just duplicate it straight down like that as well to kind of cover up the ground. I think that works. It creates a bit of a step for people, actually, doesn't it? So maybe not. Maybe I'll see. I was considering it like that to kind of cover up. Do you know what? I don't mind that, actually. Bring it to there, and then I can actually use it to cover that bit as well. Obviously not in the middle here. I'll have to get rid of that, but I don't know. What do we think? No, that's no. Let's get rid of them. No, I think I need a thinner. I think a thinner beam on that window bit there. Yeah, cool. But you get the idea. That's going to continue, I think, all the way over to here. And yeah, and then whew, wow, so much to do. I'll do something similar, I guess, over here, and then yeah, somehow around this edge here as well. I may try. Yeah, this end may go different because it's the wheelchair access. So I may try and do a slightly different look to the building at this end, like it's like almost like a modern extension, maybe. But I think this end, I like the idea of this being where you get up to the train. So maybe you have to come along here and then do a little U-turn and go upstairs here on this corner until you're up here level with the train. And then this obviously here will come down on, hopefully onto the ground here and down into the valley is kind of my thinking. But there we go, that's going to be our first episode. Wow, I mean, I have no idea what this is going to end up looking like, and it could be a complete disaster. I think what I'm going to do as well is actually try and get these episodes out pretty quickly. I'm recording this one in a weekday evening, so I don't get a lot of time in the evenings necessarily to do these recordings. So at most I'll probably only record one in an evening, whereas at the weekends, if I've got some spare time, I can record 2, 3, 4, who knows, however long I want to play for. So I may end up with a bit of a backlog of episodes to put out, but I may not. I may try and put them out quicker. I don't want to spread these episodes out as much. I'd like to try and release them as soon as I've recorded them, and if that means I get 7 days in a row of releasing episodes for this, then so be it. Certainly people seem to enjoy my Planet Zoo videos a lot more than my other series that I do, so it does make sense to do more of these, basically, just to keep my viewers happy. Yeah, that's you guys, hopefully some of you are watching this one. we'll see. I mean, please leave me some feedback. Let me know if you like the concept of what I'm doing in regards to how I'm going to record these episodes. Let me know what you think about my ideas for the zoo. Obviously, comment if you want to on what I've actually built in the episode, and yeah, just any sort of feedback is good feedback. Even if it's negative feedback, then that helps me. So it's all good. So thank you very much for joining me in this first episode of Pine Valley Zoo, and hopefully you can join me again soon. If you haven't enjoyed the episode and you want to help out the channel, please do hit the like button, because that really helps get the video out to more people. And hopefully I will see you again very soon. Until then, take care. Bye for now.